Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're gonna go on a journey. And no, we're not heading to some faraway land, but we are diving deep into how we discover new things, how we solve really tough problems, and basically, how we build our understanding of the entire world. So, let's get right into it. You ever just stop and think about that? How some simple, little question that pops into someone's head can eventually turn into a world-changing breakthrough discovery? It's this incredible path from just a moment of curiosity to a huge aha moment. And today, that's the path we're going to walk down together. All right, so our first stop on this quest is to figure out what research actually is. Because look, we're all curious people, right? But research, well, that's a very specific, very special kind of quest for answers. It's all about turning those "I wonder if" thoughts into a confident "I know this because" statement. And at its heart, this is really what we're talking about. Research isn't just, randomly Googling stuff for 5 minutes. It's a systematic process, meaning it follows a clear step-by-step plan, and it's a formal investigation. The whole point, the whole goal, is to uncover reliable facts and use them to solve a puzzle or come to a totally new conclusion that nobody has ever reached before.
Think about the difference like this. On one hand, you've got everyday curiosity. You ask your friend, hey, what movie should I watch tonight? It's a simple question, you get a simple answer. But on the other hand, when the questions get a lot bigger and the answers really matter, like, does this new medicine actually work? You need a much more structured, rigorous process to find an answer you can truly rely on.
So if research is this big, formal journey, then just like any well-planned trip, it's got to have some rules of the road. You can think of these rules as your compass and your map. They make sure we don't get lost along the way and that our final destination, our conclusion, is actually a valid one. This is the very essence of what makes research, well, research.
And here are those core rules. First, it has to be systematic. You've got a plan, you follow the steps. It has to be objective, which means you're doing your absolute best to remove your own personal biases and just let the facts speak for themselves. And trust me, that is way harder than it sounds. It's evidence-based, meaning your conclusions are built on solid data, not just what you think or feel. And finally, replicable. Now this one is absolutely crucial. It means another person should be able to follow your exact same steps and get the exact same results. That's how you prove your findings are the real deal.
Okay, now that we know the rules of the road, let's take a look at the map itself, what we call the research cycle. And you'll see, it's not really a straight line from question to answer. It's more of a circle, a continuous process that keeps building on itself. And here it is. Every great journey needs one, right? This map is what's going to guide us through the entire process, all the way from that first little spark of an idea to the final amazing discovery. Let's walk through this map. Say you start with a question. Does listening to classical music while you study actually help you get better test scores? Well, first, you'd review the literature. That means you go see what other studies have already been done on music and memory. Based on that, you create a hypothesis, which is just a fancy word for an educated guess. Something like, I predict students who listen to Mozart for 30 minutes will score 15% higher on a memory test. Then comes the fun part. You collect the data. Maybe you get 2 groups of students, have one listen to Mozart and the other sit in silence, and then give them both the same test. After that, you've got to analyze the results. You crunch the numbers. Did the Mozart group actually do better? And finally, you report your conclusions. You share what you found with the world. And here's the really beautiful part, those conclusions, they often spark brand new questions, and boom, the whole cycle starts all over again.
So we've seen the map, we've followed the path, but what's the whole point of this big structured journey? Why does following this cycle matter so much? Well, the destination is so much more than just a single answer.
Every single time a researcher completes this cycle, they add one more solid, reliable piece of knowledge to our collective understanding of everything. It's like adding one more tiny, perfect brick to the giant wall of human progress. This whole systematic process is how we build a world based on facts, not just on guesses.
I absolutely love this quote from Albert Szent-Györgyi. I think it just perfectly captures the spirit of this whole journey. Research gives us this framework to look at the exact same world everyone else sees, but it gives us the tools to notice something new, to think something a little different, and to understand it in a way that maybe no one ever has before. So, we've explored the whole thing, the big idea, the rules of the road, and the step-by-step cycle of research. We've seen how it's this incredibly powerful engine for building our understanding of the universe. But here's the thing, this process isn't just for scientists in white lab coats. It's a way of thinking for all of us. So the only question left to ask is, now that you have the map, what will you discover?